There are some very famous facts about Dead Sea. Like its world's biggest salt lake, and its surface and shores are 430 meters below sea level, which makes it Earth's lowest elevation on land, and lowest body of water on the surface of Earth. You may be familiar with these information, but today we will try to bring some amazing facts that a lot of people don't know. Number 1. Do you know why it named as Dead Sea? The reason is that Dead Sea is roughly 8.5 times saltier than the ocean. There is no fish swimming beneath the surface, no plants growing at the base. The Dead Sea carries an extremely high minerals and salt contents, which makes it impossible for marine life to survive. Number 2. These same rich mineral contents gives the water amazing healing properties that attracts visitors from around the globe. And for thousands of years the Dead Sea has been a center of health and well-being. Thanks to the unique climate, the Dead Sea has extra oxygen and bromine levels, which provides a nice and relaxing effect. Spa resorts surround the Dead Sea area, providing a place for people to treat their skin with the salt and mud. Dead Sea salt is also a popular ingredient in many lotions and creams. Number 3. Dead Sea is commonly known as sea, but technically it's a salty lake, but unlike most lakes, which consist of fresh water, the Dead Sea is filled with salt water. Number 4. Another amazing fact of the water is that it's so salty that you can float on the surface of water without even trying. The water is so thick with salt that people can effortlessly float without sinking, but still it's almost impossible to swim in the sea. If you don't know how to swim but still want to try it, then Dead Sea is the best swimming pool for you. Number 5. So what makes Dead Sea so salty? The water that makes up the Dead Sea flows from the rivers and streams surrounding it, but amazingly, no water flows out of the Dead Sea in the form of river and stream. Water only leaves by the way of evaporation. You are probably thinking that simple evaporation cannot amount to much of a water loss, but this region has a very hot and dry climate and evaporation is constant. As the water evaporates, minerals and salt are left behind, making the remaining water saltier and more minerals rich. Since water does not flow directly out of the Dead Sea, salt gets trapped on the shores and in the water. The continued evaporation keeps the cycle going. Water flows in, evaporates in the hot sun, and enormous deposits of salt are left behind. Number 6. Let's talk about its unique climate. Dead Sea is surrounded by barren and desert landscape. The Dead Sea has approximately 330 sunny days a year with low humidity and little rainfall. The temperature ranges from 50 to 110 degrees throughout the year, but what makes it unique is that it's the only place on globe where you can sunbathe for long periods with little to no sunburn because of 3 natural layers of protection it has against UV rays. Number 7. This might be a head-scratcher, although you can easily float in the sea but you can still drown. In fact, the Dead Sea was named the second most deadly place to swim in Israel. It's difficult to move easily within the lake, making it tricky if you end up in a dangerous position, and drinking too much salt water can poison you with too much salt. Number 8. As we all know, Egyptians had very specific and unique burial rituals involving mummies. One substance they used for this practice was asphalt to embalm the dead before wrapping them in the bandages. The Dead Sea naturally provides asphalt, so they would frequently come to the area to get it. Number 9. The world's lowest road, known as Highway 90, from Israel to the West Bank, runs right along the Dead Sea. It's also considered a highly dangerous road with lots of reported accidents. Number 10. The Dead Sea is drying up at an alarming rate. The evidence shows it could be completely dry in 50 years if nothing is done. Israel and Jordan have partnered to pump water into the lake from the Red Sea to stop this from happening.